If you find yourself having to prompt a partner, someone you are seeing, to change anything or to do something for you to the point of exhaustion, to the point that you have to constantly repeat this thing, then you are crossing your own boundaries. And you need to prioritize your best interest and your well being. The bottom line is if someone has to change something because of your prompts, how much else will you end up prompting them to change? And how much of themselves is going to be left? These are the questions we need to be asking ourselves when we encounter situations where we are demanding or wanting or asking the other person to change something. Don't get me wrong. When you are in a relationship and there's something that needs to be changed, you have to communicate. But what is it that we are talking about? This is where we need to use awareness and to be conscious of our sense of self, to look into what exactly we are asking a person we have found in a certain situation to change in the situation we found them in. I'm not saying that. Sometimes when you find someone in a certain situation, you can't ask for adjustment, but you can't really ask for adjustment. You can only let them know how you feel about a situation. And then it's up to them to make those adjustments. Again, it's about what it is. Because I'm coming into a relationship and I notice there is a woman friend who this person is very close to. Am I secure enough to hang about? And if I'm observing the closeness and I feel a bit icky when I observe that friendship, then I'm not going to stay around. I don't condone, the behavior of a man who doesn't create boundaries with his woman friend when they get into a relationship. Because at the end of the day, when a man gets into a relationship, he has to know that there are some boundaries he has to create with his female friends, even with male friends, because there might be certain levels of crossing boundaries or that will stir some insecurity with his new person. So this is why it's important for people to be ready for relationship, to assess their readiness for relationship. But you asking or prompting this person to make changes are putting yourself in competition with this woman who seems interested in your boyfriend sometimes. Sometimes it was the boyfriend who was interested in this woman, but this woman said no, and they maintained a friendship, and they act like in the two cases, they're acting like they are an ex-couple with children, because these women have children, and these guys go on holiday with these women, or they spend so much time. The other guy was apparently even acting like the father of the children of the friend, the woman friend. So that's very challenging for this new partner. And you're noticing that when you start dating someone, because obviously these people were around when you started dating. You're noticing that needs to be a red flag for you to get out. But what do? You stay. You stay and you try to prompt and change because you believe that you are this great person who's going to change this person and turn them into something that you want. And then the next thing is, this is mothering. Because when you try to change somebody, you are mothering them, you are parenting them, and then you will be stuck, you will come across their reactance. They will not budge at some point because they feel controlled. My question is, what is a boundary? The thing is, we are telling people most of the time that a boundary is telling somebody, I don't like this. But a boundary is about you, like I said, assessing your situation and thinking to yourself, this is too much for me. I don't know if I can manage this situation. Let me see if I ask him where his boundaries are, his boundaries with his friend. If I find out that, is it safe for me to stay around in this situation? And when you do, and you notice that he's not responding, or you have said, you were seeing this person, you met with this friend of yours, what was up, and all that, and you probably communicate something, how you feel about a certain specific situation. Not to say, I don't like seeing you, can you stop talking to them? No, be specific about what you observed and how you feel about it. And then notice how they react to it. And if they act in a way that you feel nothing is going to change here, then you need to move on and find somebody else who doesn't have women around them all the time. Making demands is not going to work in your favor because this person is autonomy. And when you try to change somebody, that comes across as codependency. Healthy boundaries mean stating once how you feel, and if you are not comfortable and there's no change, you take action. People respond